everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a story time. Well, today I'm going to be talking about baby loss as it's close to my heart. So let's fast forward to April last year. April last year we got the keys to this flat. I think it was the 7th of April. Yeah, we got the keys, so we started decorating and stuff. But because I was so busy with the flat, I didn't realise till like a couple of days after my period was missed that I'd missed my period. So we went to Asda, got a test, took the test positive. I was like, no, it can't be right. So I got the next following day I went to Asda, got 2 more tests, brought them back home and took the test, and they both came back positive. I couldn't believe it. We was pregnant. Well, I was pregnant. Basically we had talked about kids, but we didn't expect it to happen so soon. So like we talked about tracking ovulation and stuff, so we'd done that. Literally the first month we'd done it, I conceived. We was really lucky. So we was absolutely over the moon. We did keep it a secret. I think I was like 4 weeks when we found out. We kept it a secret until about 8-9 weeks, and then we started to tell close friends and family. I don't know why, but I was eager to see the baby, so we had a private scan at 11 weeks. Everything was fine, and then the week later I had my 12-week scan. Everything was fine. 13-14 weeks fine, like I didn't really have any sickness. Oh no, I did actually. I had a little bit of sickness. I wore these sickness bands from Boots, I think. Was it from Boots? Yeah, I think that was from Boots. Because I used to work shifts then, well, early morning, 6 in the morning till 2. So I'd be up from 4, but at work I used to constantly feel sick, so I bought the bands and they really helped loads. So yeah, I think, but the sickness wore off about 13-14 weeks, and then literally everything was fine. 15 weeks, about 15 weeks, I started to get like a funny coloured discharge, and I thought, it's like a brownie colour, and I thought, this ain't right, this ain't. So obviously, as you do, you ring your midwife. The midwife tells you to ring the hospital. So I went to the hospital. Oh, did I? Yeah, I went to like a walk-in centre, and all I done was felt my stomach. Said, was there any blood? I was like, no. They said, oh, well, everything should be fine then. They booked me in for a scan the next day. So I went for a scan the next day. Was it the next day? Yeah. Went for a scan the next day and everything was fine. They couldn't understand why I was having the discharge, because I weren't having any pains or anything like that. They weren't, well, I say they weren't bothered, but they weren't concerned. So it carried on like that, and then I even like got myself a doctor's appointment so they could swab me for infections and stuff, because I was just, you know, you just feel like something's not right. Like I knew that I weren't meant to be having this brown discharge. Like, why is it happening? I didn't have it with Lamia, and then I don't know, I think I had a gut feeling, and I thought it was strange because with Lamia by 12 weeks I'd brought loads of stuff. With this baby I brought a baby grow, a few vests, that was it. And when I look back now, I was thinking, did my mind know something was going to happen? Or was it just because it is my second baby and you're a lot more relaxed with your second baby? So yeah, following on, I'd had the scan, fine. I went to the doctors for little swabs and that for infection. Obviously I had to wait for them to come back. While all this was happening, I took a few days off work. I rang work and said, look, I'm not going to be in for a few days until I start to feel normal. Because I was thinking maybe it was like me being up all day. Like from 4 in the morning I was getting up, and then obviously going to work 6 till 2, and then at 2 o'clock I was like coming home, having a quick cup of tea, going to pick them up from school, coming back, doing a bit of housework, cooking dinner. I weren't really settling till like 7-8 on the night when Lamia was in bed. So I was thinking, oh, maybe that's like too much, like, I don't know what I thought, but I just took a few days off work anyway. It was Wednesday the 27th of June, like previously my friend had lost her dad, and it was her dad's funeral that day. And because I knew I was off work, I said, if I feel fine, like I will come, I'll be there for you for an hour and then I'm going to come home. So like I woke up Wednesday morning, getting Lemire ready for school. No, got Lemire up for school. Sitting on the sofa, Blake was getting ready for work. He was making Lemire's breakfast. He made me some toast and a cup of tea. I was sitting there, I think it was about 7:30, 8:15. Had my cup of tea, had my toast, just about to get up to go and get ready, and I just felt like a thud. I was like, huh? What the hell was that? And Blake was like, are you alright? I was like, I don't know what's just happened. It was like a pop. So, sorry, I stood up, and next thing you know, just water gushed everywhere, like leaking. I ran to the toilet, it was just water and water. So I rang my midwife, no answer. Luckily my doctors was just about to open, so I rang my doctors, and they said if it's anything like that you need to go straight to the hospital. So we quickly dropped Lemire into school, went to the hospital, got to the hospital, had a scan, and the scan was showing the baby was still alive, still heart beating perfectly fine, but the scan showed hardly any water around the baby. So it was confirmed that my waters had broke, and basically I was told that more than likely I'm going to miscarry, so to go home and rest. Or no, did I say go home and rest? No, I was just like, just tell me what's going on. If I'm going to miscarry, I'd rather be at home. So like they told us all that. Obviously it was like the worst. I don't know, don't say I'm getting upset thinking about it, like the worst news, but I couldn't take it in. Like I just wanted to go home. So then we got in the car, drove home. On the way my nan was at a local cafe, and I remember we hadn't eaten, so my mum was like, because my mum and Black came with me, my mum was like, we'll just pull up, grab a sandwich and then go to yours. I was like, yeah, fine, like, because they said like they'd booked me for a scan to go back in a week to see what's gone on, if the baby, like if any waters are built back up. But I thought that ain't gonna happen, or it's gonna happen in the next couple of days. I didn't expect it to happen so soon. So yeah, we went to get the sandwich, and then as soon as I got the sandwich, I waited in the car because it was just like, I was like a wreck, like my face was that red from the crying. As soon as we got the sandwich, I was driving to mine, and then I started getting these massive, like, strong pains. So I said, oh God, it's starting already, and then I just felt like gush. It was obviously blood, and then got out the car, ran up to the flat, sat on the toilet, and like blood was just, I know it sounds gory, but it was just gushing everywhere. I can't get my breath, sorry. Yeah, blood was just gushing everywhere. So obviously the hospital told me if it was tapping, you need to either come straight back, ring an ambulance, blah blah blah. So while I was on the toilet, like, confused of what's going on, my mum was ringing the ambulance, Blake was looking after me, and the hospital, well, the ambulance people have told my mum to get me on the bed and just put a towel under so they can monitor the blood, like when the ambulance come. So Blake helped me from the toilet onto the bed, and it was just like, well, I don't know because I've never seen it, but Blake said the amount of blood is like he'd never seen it before. I remember him, they just kept like taking the towel off, putting another one underneath, taking the towel off, putting another one underneath. And then finally the ambulance people come, and they was saying, oh, have you passed the baby? And we was all like, I don't know, like, we don't know what it's meant, because obviously at 16 weeks you don't really know how formed the baby is going to be. Like, you just think it's going to be something like, I don't know. We didn't really know, so we was like, I don't know. We didn't flush, like, we was told not to flush the train because I wanted to see the clots in the toilet. So like the ambulance men went and looked at the clots, and they was like, oh, we're not sure if you've passed the baby yet, so try and get some clothes on and we'll take you to the hospital. So what did I have on? I think I just put a dressing gown on, some pants, a sanitary towel, and then Blake had packed me a bag full of like clean pyjamas and stuff. I got into the ambulance, and by the time I got into the ambulance my pad was soaked, the whole ambulance bed was soaked, so they had to keep changing me. They changed me in the ambulance into another like pad, and then I just remember lying in the ambulance like it was all a blur, you know, just thinking, why is it happening to me? Like, I don't understand, what have I done wrong? And we got to the hospital, and then with the ambulance they take you through to like the A&E bit, don't they? So they pushed me through, done my obs, put me in a side room, and then because there was no like places, they had to put me in the resus bit where people's heart was failing and different things. Like literally 2 people died while I gave birth to my daughter. It was horrendous. Like looking back now, it was disgusting. But yeah, they pushed me through. But earlier on in the day when I went to the hospital, my mum's friend was on reception, so she got me through quick. And obviously, because my name was on the system now, like if I was to come back she would have known. So when I come back, she must have seen on the system that I'd been brought back in. So she came running in. Like if she wasn't there, I don't know, I would have been a mess. Because obviously my mum stayed at home to get my flat cleaned up because there was just blood everywhere while Blake brought me to the hospital. And obviously she had to get them here from school as well, so she stayed at home. So like having my mum's friend there was a massive help. Like she was hurrying the doctors up and stuff like that. But basically, yeah, I was in resus. I had to give birth normal, like you do with a normal baby. I just remember them asking me to push, but you've got nothing to push for at the end of it, so I just weren't doing it. I was in pain where I had to have gas and air. Like it was exactly the same as giving birth to a full-time baby, obviously, just that the baby ain't as big. I remember like all of a sudden them saying, oh my god, the baby's there, the baby's there. They got like, do you know the urine pots, the like grey not plastic, what are they, the grey cardboard things? They got one of them and I placed it upside down, placed the baby on there while I gave birth to the placenta. And I just remember like Blake being at the end of the bed looking and crying, and I was thinking, I don't know how you're doing that, like how are you so like brave and strong? Yeah, so they left me about half an hour, my placenta still wasn't coming. So they agreed to cut the cord, take the baby up to Eden Suite, which is like a place for stillborns and stuff like that, and take the baby up to Eden Suite, get her ready so I can go and see her. Like at this time we realised, we found out, well, we knew that half knew that she was a girl. No, we didn't know what I was about. We found out after that she was a girl. Yeah, so they took her up to Eden Suite to get her ready for me, but like I was in hospital, and they said, oh, you're struggling with your placenta, we're going to give you a tablet to help release your placenta. And it never worked. They took me up to the ward, and I was on the ward, and they said if it don't like come by 10 tonight, you need to go nil by mouth because you're going to have to go down for surgery to have it removed. So like all day then, I think it happened about 1 o'clock, I think I gave birth. Was it about 1 o'clock? Don't know, it's a big blur, might have been about 12. But after all that, we got put on a ward. I had my own little side room thanks to my mum's friend. Like, was able to stay with me all day, all night. But yeah, we waited and waited for this placenta and nothing came. About 7 o'clock my mum brought him here to see me, so that was nice. And then yeah, 10 o'clock comes, still no placenta, so they said nil by mouth. But bearing in mind I hadn't eaten since the previous day before, because we went and got something to eat, but because it all happened so quick I didn't end up eating. So 10 o'clock I had my last bit of water, tried to sleep. I remember not being able to sleep. I remember like watching Blake sleep because I just couldn't get it out of my head. My head was an absolute shed. I just remember thinking, why me, what have I done? I was trying to think back of like any bad things that I'd done in the past, thinking, is this my karma, is this what's like meant to happen to me? But yeah, the next morning come round and I think I weren't allowed breakfast or anything. Said you need to wait for your surgeon to come and see you. So the surgeon came about 12. Said you'll be going down in a couple of hours to have your placenta removed. So I think it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock when they finally come for me. So basically, yeah, I had the surgery. I just remember waking up thinking, what the hell is going on, what's happened? Have you ever had like, have you ever been put to sleep? It's a weird feeling when you wake up. Like, it really is strange. I remember I got put to sleep having my tonsils out when I was younger. But yeah, you just wake up in a mad daze, don't you? Like, I woke up thinking, oh. And then when they wheeled me back to my room, I just, the face that like pulled, like he was so happy. Like, he told me once, like, because obviously he walked to theatre with me and at the doors he had to leave, he told me that he was like an emotional wreck. He was scared, he was thinking he's lost his baby, is he going to lose his girlfriend? Like, it was mad. My eyes are watering again, I can't help it, I'm sorry. But yeah, basically that is what happened to me. So we didn't know why it had happened, but it had happened. I think after I had the surgery, I had to be able to wee and stuff like that and eat a piece of toast, and they finally let me home. So then I come home, and then that's when it got like hard. Like, I think, how long did Blake have? I think Blake had a few days off with me. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, so we had Thursday, Friday off the whole weekend, and then went back to work on the Monday. So like, them few days I had with Blake and Lemire was not fine, but like, I thought about it, but I didn't really break down because I had people there with me. Like, I didn't want to show Lemire I was weak, and I didn't want to show Blake I was weak. So I was fine then, but then come Monday, Blake had to go back to work, Lemire was back at school. That was the worst. You just go into this big, deep black hole. Like, I just remember thinking, what the hell? What's going on? Like, I would cry from the minute Blake left to the minute I picked Lemire up from school. Like, it was just a constant. I just remember for that first week on my own, it was just, oh, it was horrible. Don't get me wrong, my mum and a couple of my friends came and visited me and stuff. But when I was alone, it was just like tears, like, oh. I hate to look back now because I was in such a dark hole, but I held it in. Like, I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to be seen as weak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, basically, I just used to hold it all in. It took me weeks and weeks to just finally break down in front of like Blake and everyone. I couldn't hold it in anymore. And that's the worst thing that you can do. Like, if anyone who's watching this goes through it, please don't hold it in, talk. Speak to people. Like, I found it, after I broke down, I found it better speaking to people, not like my close friends, but other people that had been through it, like people who have reached out to me on Instagram who I don't know from Adam. Like, I find it more comfortable speaking to them sort of people. I don't know why, but I did. So like, if anyone is watching and has been through it, please, please, for me, don't hold it in. Like, it's the worst thing you could ever do. The best thing you can do is talk about it and yeah, let every single emotion out, because holding it in does you no justice. But anyway, carrying on. So obviously I had a bad few weeks where I was really bad, and then they say as time gets on it gets easier, but it don't. I think you just learn to like live with it. But I remember we had a holiday booked. Like, we was due to go on holiday 2 weeks after I had the loss. So, yeah, and I was determined I didn't want to go because I wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I didn't want to ruin everyone else's holiday. So on the Sunday after we well, I keep saying lost, I never lost her, like, she was took from me. On the Sunday after I had the late miscarriage, we went to Eden Suite, which is like a ward for stillborns, late miscarriages. It's where you go and see your baby. They give you this big box full of like stuff for remembrance and stuff. We went there to visit Lulana, which is what we called her because it means guiding star. And I walked through the door, it was cold, and then all of a sudden I just got this mad, like, felt like someone was stabbing me in my heart, like this mad pain in my chest. I went pale white, I was shaking, my mouth went dry, I had to drink loads of water. Like, I can honestly say that was the day when I really felt what heartbreak was. So this lovely lady, I need to remember her name. She was lovely. She brought Lulana in a little Moses basket, the tiniest little Moses basket, in like a little knitted wrap, and oh, my heart just broke. Because obviously I hadn't seen her. Blake had seen her when I'd give birth to her, but I hadn't, because they just took her and I was like at the top of the bed, but Blake was always at the bottom. So yeah, Blake picked her up straight away. He was like proper intrigued, kissing her and stuff. Whereas me, it took me about 40 minutes to like get round to even holding her. But when I did, I couldn't believe it. Look, I don't know what I expected because I was only 16 weeks. I don't know if I thought she would just be like a little pea, but it was an actual baby, like an actual baby, but just a tinier version. She had nails, she had a tongue, like she had everything, like just a tiny, tiny version of a baby. It was really, really crazy, but yeah. I held her for about 5 minutes and then I put her back in the basket, and we was told we could go there whenever we wanted until we decided what we was going to do with her. So basically they said that they hold a funeral every month for cremation for all babies, or you could have your own. So obviously we decided to have our own. So in the lead up to the holiday, that's what I was doing all the funeral arrangements, because it was like 3 days after I got back off holiday, I think the funeral was. But yeah, that's the only reason I did go on the holiday in the end, is because everyone said go on, go and have the break before you come back and cremate your daughter. So I went on the holiday. The funeral, we just had really close friends and family. We didn't have flowers off anyone, we just wanted our own. Had like a donation box where I held it, and all money that I raised, and someone also set up a GoFundMe page, and all money raised and that money up there I used to buy Eden Sweet a gift and a card, just to say thank you for all their help. On the funeral I did get drunk, and I did get a lot of stick for that on Instagram, but everyone deals with things different. Like, some people don't drink, some people do. Like, that was my coping mechanism on the day, and that's what I done. And to be fair, that's what I done all last summer. So say if Lemire was at her dad's and I was free, I'd go to the pub and drink. Like, whereas before I wouldn't do that. Like, I haven't done that for about 5-6 years since I've had Lemire, because as soon as I turned into a mum, like, my party lifestyle ended. Don't get me wrong, I'd go on the odd night out, right? Or me and Blake would go out for a night away, but I wouldn't like every given opportunity go to the pub. Like, don't get me wrong, I weren't in the pub every day, but if I had a chance and the sun was shining, I was in the beer garden, where I wouldn't do that before. So I just think the whole of that summer, last summer, I just drowned my sorrows, trying to make myself feel better, but it didn't. The hospital did arrange some counselling for me, which started, I think, August, maybe September. But I went to one session and didn't return, because to me, I didn't get a single thing out of it. And I know like one session probably isn't enough, but I felt it easier speaking to like other people than I did that woman. There's a girl who I met through Instagram when all this happened called Emma, and she was my absolute lifesaver. Like, honestly, I can't thank her enough. She was there every second of every day. She's been through something similar, but she actually gave birth to her beautiful girl Fliss and had her in her life for like 7-8 weeks, I think it was. So she understood like my pain. Obviously she had more pain than I did, but she understood where I was coming from, and she literally was there every second of every day that I needed her. Don't get me wrong, my mum was there for me, Blake was there for me, but it's not the same unless you speak to someone who's gone through the same pain as you. So yeah, I want to say thank you to her. But yeah, a year on, like we're over a year on now, I can honestly say it don't get easier. I still have days where I'm just crying constantly, and people don't understand why. You've got your baby now, you've got a baby. Like, I've got Liaso, but Liaso ain't Lulana. No one will be Lulana. Like, I always wonder, oh, what would she have looked like, or how would she have been? Like, it's crazy. I still look back now and think, what did I do wrong? And I know I've got a beautiful rainbow baby boy now, but that don't take away what was took from me. Like, it's mad. Like, I love Liaso, and I do believe he's a blessing from his sister, because basically I had the miscarriage in June. It took like about 10 weeks, 11 weeks for my body to get back to normal. I think I had my first period in September, and then in October I found out I was pregnant again, and we weren't like actively trying, but we weren't like being cautious. So I just think everything happens for a reason, and now I've got an 11-week-old baby boy. But yeah, I thought I'd just come on and have a little chat about it, because I know this video might help some people, it might not, but me like talking to people that have been through it helped me loads. Like, and that's just people off the internet, people who had messaged me on Instagram to say they'd been through it. Like, it helped me more than anything. So I just thought I'd do this video to get it out there, just in case anyone needs someone to talk to. Like, if you ever do, if you have been through and you do need someone to talk to, please message me. I will link my Instagram below, and any time of the day, message me. I know your pain. Look, I'm here for you. But yeah, I think I've done enough rambling now. I need to go. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.